dream. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Your number one team in the north. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the north. I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Tonight on 11, unions take to Bay Street. Debate getting underway on the Data Protection Act, and more spotlight is shown on those receiving honors this National Heroes Holiday.
The Bahamas tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
Hey, good evening. It's good to have you with us this late night. I'm Corvell Pye from our big story tonight. Public servants led a second major protest today over salary increases. The government's commitment to pay additional funds to the workers still not sitting well with union leaders. Many government workers marched to Rawson Square again, highlighting their concerns and to solidify their demands for earlier payments. LaDawn Davis starts us off at 11.
God could help me.
With salary slip in hand, an emotional Geraldine Rolls-Strawn says she's been a janitress for 20 years, earning $19,000 and some change. Now with her ailing health, this government worker says she needs more money.
That's my salary. My mortgage is $1,200. Tell me, where do I go?
Also among protesters was educator Janelle Pinder, who says all of this controversy and protest could have been avoided.
People are tired of waiting. And with us teachers, it's unfair to know that we weren't even thought of initially. So that's why I'm here.
President of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, Belinda Wilson, is critical and not in agreement with the Prime Minister's address on Tuesday. Wilson would like for the Prime Minister to answer questions about how much money public servants will receive and payments to be retroactive to September of 2024. She says a salary review released only covers middle managers and technical officers.
And you know what he said? It is comprehensive. So if it is comprehensive, then where is the information for the persons at the Ministry of Education, for the teachers, for the nurses, for the police officers, for the 52-week workers, for the temporary workers?
President of the Bahamas Public Services Union, Kimsley Ferguson, is disappointed about the entire ordeal and how the finances for workers has unfolded.
With the absence of the financial secretary, we couldn't seem to have gotten any accurate numbers on what was transpiring. Upon review of the salary review, we realized that the lower end of public servants were not included or incorporated in it.
The BUT president also responded to claims that civil servants will be cut for participating in this peaceful protest.
So, Permanent Secretary, the one who wrote to me, if you know the law, one day call-in does not constitute a salary cut.
Some 17,000 public servants have not yet been paid, and the union would like to have that payment by the end of the month. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Protesting unions got the backing of the leaders of more than one political party as they took to the streets, and they explain why. Cleopatra Murphy has that angle.
More than just union leaders, but union members confined behind barricades outside the House of Assembly much of Wednesday morning into the early afternoon demanded Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis face them, seeking one thing, a revised timeline as to when public servants under the BUT and BPSU banners would receive their salary increases. Unlike last week, the nation's leader did not face them today, but asked about a response to the protesters, he would give a quick,
I said everything last night.
His response during Tuesday's national address, that the funds would come before Christmas. That promise, though, did not sit well with Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard, who insists he stands in solidarity with the union, accusing government of boasting about the number of industrial agreements it has signed, but suggesting government is the biggest breacher of said agreements, while some salary reviews have not been completed.
UB is but one example. And so again, when he talks about fairness, people know that that is a joke, that he can't be serious about fairness when you have the top tier of the public service have such a massive difference in salary, in living allowance and other benefits when compared to the average member of the public service. And then, of course, worse than that is the fact that the government continues to hire consultants at extremely high prices.
Coalition of Independents leader Lincoln Bain was also out in support of the protesters. He says not as a politician, but critical of Prime Minister Davis, saying he gave the salary increases out of the goodness of his heart.
I think that's offensive. It's our money. If I go to the bank to withdraw money and the teller says, I only give you this out of the goodness of my heart, that is nonsense. It's our money, and politicians need to stop thinking that the money belongs to them. It belongs to the people, and you're not giving us a favor when you give us what is ours. You work for us as a manager. You don't own that money.
Teachers aide Sharon McKenzie, who attempted to block the Prime Minister's car as it drove off, was critical of protesters she says did not join her effort, also calling out politicians she says are using their plight to their advantage.
Every time something going down, politicians come out here like they're on our side. They ain't on our side. They want to get in office. They want to get in office. It have nothing to do with us. I don't care what politician it is. It have nothing to do with us. Because if it had anything to do with us, social services, NIB, health insurance, everything would have been different if it was about us.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Cleo, today's demonstration, if according to what Prime Minister Davis said during his nationally aired broadcast Tuesday night, will do little, if anything, to deter his administration. Mr. Davis repeatedly told the nation he will not be talked into sitting at the table by threats. Instead, the Prime Minister called for national respect in discourse.
We didn't increase pay to score points. We did it because it was time, because Bahamian workers deserved it. So every mother, every father, every working Bahamian, this progress is about you. It's about making your life a little easier, your work a little fairer, and your family a little stronger. We can't do that by fighting. We can only do it by talking, by listening, and by understanding that respect must flow both ways.
In a moment, the day's other news. Family Islanders honored. We'll tell you why. Next, you're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. There's more to stay up for.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Wait, where you grabbing all these pizzas, boy? Wait, Marcos, wait. You have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait. Pineapple. All. Barbecue. All. Hey, VAT included, but I need the $10 special plate.
How many would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Tonight, legislation now before Parliament that will strengthen the country's data protection laws. The proposed legislation also ensures that the Bahamas remains competitive in the world of big data. Fern Carey tells us more.
The Data Protection Bill 2025 updates the current law passed back in 2003 and reflects the advances in technology now underway in the global community. It also aligns the Bahamas with international best practices while ensuring deeper protections for individuals from cybercrime. The proposed legislation is also expected to address concerns about data protection as the government forges ahead to introduce biometric voters' cards in the upcoming general election. protection. Opening debate on the bill, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, said it grants powerful rights to individuals.
Under the bill, individuals have the right to know what information is being held and how it is used. They have the right to correct inaccurate information, as well as the right to have data erased when it is no longer needed. This bill includes the right to restrict or object to certain uses, the right to stop processing that causes harm, the right to seek compensation when data is mishandled, and the right to file complaints with an independent regulator.
The proposed legislation also provides protections for sensitive personal information,
such as information about race or ethnicity, political views, religious beliefs, trade union membership, genetic or biometric identifiers, sexual orientation, health records, financial information, and criminal history. This information can only be processed under strict conditions.
The Data Protection Bill 2025 will further strengthen the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner to oversee the implementation and enforcement of the new data protection regime. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
And foreign parliamentarians continued the back and forth over treatment of workers during debate in the House of Assembly this afternoon. St. Barnabas MP and F&M Deputy Leader Shannon Cartwright, as he wrapped up his contribution, called out the government demanding it show greater respect for the country's workforce. His comments got Social Services Minister and Pinewood MP, the Honourable Miles Larode, to his feet.
Those people are crying out. And what amazes me right now is, even as you hear members, right, they won't stand up and say that those persons, they understand their cry. They're more focused on what it's doing, how it's making their government look. They're not going to stand up and talk about how much they empathize. They are more focused. Well, somebody at least in here today stand up and say that they understand the cry of the people and that these people should be paid.
All we asking to say, the government have acted in good faith, and there is every reason to believe that we will fulfill our promises that was made.
The National Honors Series of ceremonies concluded Tuesday, with many honorees coming from outside of the capital to receive their flowers of national recognition. We get more tonight from Lloyd Allen.
The third in a series of national awards ceremonies taking place right here at the Bahamas Resort. And among the awardees are a number of family islanders being recognized for their many achievements throughout the islands.
Over these 2 days, I've been struck by something very powerful. Every honoree, no matter their background, has one thing in common: love for the Bahamas.
Cardell Thompson and Dorothy Johnson received the Distinguished Service Medal.
I am from Exuma, and I'm happy to be here. I worked for almost 35 years in the Ministry of Tourism. I was involved in every major campaign that we did at tourism: Bahama Host, People to People, all the award-winning photography, advertising, public relations.
I've been teaching for the past 58 years. My journey started in Eleuthera in 1967, and since then I have taught hundreds of students. And it gave me a great joy, great pleasure to know that I had a hand in nation building.
Johnson's sister, Mary Elizabeth Russell, also a celebrant, having received the same on Monday and came back a second night to support.
Our parents they really believe in education. We grew up, like I said, from humble beginnings, but we're so proud of where we are today.
Career softball player Ernestine Stubbs also relished the moment.
I started from 1967, and right now, today, I am still helping the youth at the schools because I'm not going to put my talent and the bed and leave it there. I am now helping with NCA school, and I love the game of softball.
Recipient Monique Leary says it's an honor to be among other nation builders, and as a differently abled person, her commitment to service has never stopped.
Disabled is not being unable. It's meaning that you still have the power. You still want to serve, you still want to help. It doesn't matter what you can do, how you can do it. It's about just that, loving people and helping them to get where they want to go.
A number of posthumous awards issued also, among them Andrew Demerit. His son shared on the milestone of a man he described as a significant contributor to a major Junkanoo group.
My father was one of the leaders of the Foxhill Congos and also a founding member of St. Anne's Lodge.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
The Cabinet Office announced today that an official funeral service for the late Dr. Norman Rupert Gay, former cabinet minister and parliamentarian, will be held on Friday, October 17th at 11 a.m. at Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church on Tonique Williams-Darling Highway. Cremation will follow. The body will lie in state in the foyer of the House of Assembly at 8:30 on Thursday. Viewing for the general public will be on 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Thursday. The service will be broadcast live via the ZNS radio network from Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church beginning at 11 a.m. The public has raised concern about the trustworthiness of street-side coconut vendors over past years, and earlier this year, the government provided a solution. But are these vendors taking advantage of the opportunity? Danielle Dean tells us more.
Coconut vendors taking the necessary steps to ensure a clean and quality product. This might have been a follow-up question posed by many Bahamians after a video circulating on social media weeks ago showed insects at the bottom of a gallon of what a purchaser claims was coconut water from a local street-side vendor. But BAMSI former executive chairman and Coconut 360 chairman, Senator the Honorable Tyrell Young, responded.
We saw the video. We are aware of the circulation of the video. We cannot confirm exactly when that video was taken, which vendor it was, because we don't have that particular information. We don't know who is the producer of the video. But we are working. This is the whole reason and the whole idea behind Coconut 360.
Coconut vendors have had access to industry-changing courses and certifications since the launch of the program March 20th of this year. But in addition to training on cleanliness and presentation, the senator says they're working on helping vendors form beneficial relationships with farmers.
Most of the vendors that I know, the major ones, they are sourcing from different family islands and different farms, coconut farms across the Bahamas. We know that there's an issue with coconut vendors. Some of them are not coconut vendors, by the way, but some of them are who are not, I would say, going about it the right way.
He confirmed some residents complain these vendors are taking coconuts from their trees without consent, but the program is meant to add order and structure to their process.
And you will see, one by one, you will see the different booths popping up in different areas. So next week, you will actually see one of those vendors on Gladstone Road. You will see a new booth go out there for one of those vendors who has already been approved. And then another one will be going up in the Eastern District.
The Coconut 360 pilot program saw 16 of these booths built total, but only participants that complete the program and upon completion provide requested documentation are eligible to receive one. This also includes distributors of other coconut products. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Danielle Dean.
The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts to sports next. Stay with us.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
For every shape-up, after-school activity, unplanned home repair, and other day-to-day spending, there's SandDollar. SandDollar is a convenient way to send and receive money instantly. SandDollar is easy to use. It's safe and secure. Just like physical cash, SandDollar is issued by the Central Bank of the Bahamas. And best of all, there are no fees for individuals to send or receive funds. Download a SandDollar-enabled digital wallet and enjoy the benefits of the digital Bahamian dollar. Spend it locally. Transfer it to and from a local bank account or convert it to and from physical cash. Learn more at www.sanddollar.bs.
your Wednesday evening sports check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. The start to the college basketball season is right around the corner. A number of Bahamians set to feature prominently at a number of top Division I programs, most notably in the SEC. On the campus of Oxford, Mississippi, Yolette McPhee-McCoon and her Ole Miss Lady Rebels head into the season as the 12th ranked team, according to the AP preseason poll, fresh of a Sweet 16 appearance. Earlier this week, the SEC hosting its media day, and Coach Yo would give her expectations for her team heading into her 6th season.
Yeah, you know, at Ole Miss, we don't really replace. We kind of try to reload. You know, we lost Shakira Austin, and everyone said, how do we replace her? The next year, we go to the Sweet 16. You know, Madison Scott and KK Deans. And, I mean, we graduated 6 players. And they're all right now playing professionally. Our focus was just reloading with what we felt like we needed. With the return of Sirachinu still being on the team, Christine Walla, we felt like we had 2 core starters, and we wanted to build around that. And I thought with the help of my administration, we were able to put, I guess people say, the number 2 portal class in place, and just looking forward to seeing how we mesh.
Coach Yo also spoke about her journey after starting her initial season winless in SEC play.
Players that are here seeing the program where it is now, that I used to hate coming to SEC Media Day because they would put my name and then my record. And my record would be 1 in 15, always 16 in the beginning years, and it was embarrassing. And I would always say, why don't they just focus on this year? Right now I'm undefeated. And so, you know, I stand here with great pride in saying that I'm undefeated right now. But the journey has been one of ebbs and flows. On a serious note, it has grew me up. This league is not for the weak. They take no mercy on you, so I don't remember anybody feeling bad by beating me by 60 and 50 points when I first started. And it gives me great pride now that our program is where it is.
Still in Oxford, this time on the men's side. After a very well-traveled career, AJ Storr is gearing up for his final collegiate basketball season, this year competing with the Ole Miss Rebels. Bahamian national team standout is playing for his 8th school in 8 years, including high school. Last year, the 6'5" guard averaged an underwhelming 6 points and 1 rebound per game for the Kansas Jayhawks, a year after earning all Big Ten honors at Wisconsin, where during his lone season in Madison, Storr averaged 16 points and just under 4 boards per game. Storr has become somewhat the poster child for the negative commentary surrounding college basketball in the NIL era. But his new head coach, Chris Baird, coming to Storr's defense, saying he expects great things from him this season.
Yes, AJ's been to a lot of schools, but again, if you take the time and get the facts, you'll understand that he's never ran from anything. He's a great teammate. He's a great person, not good, great. I believe in AJ. It's obviously a reset year for AJ. He knows that. We know that. We're proud to have him in Oxford, and we're proud, along with his teammates, to give him the opportunity to write the final chapters of his college career in a winning way.
Still in the SEC, but this time over in Lexington, Kentucky, where 2 Bahamians are on the staff set to help the preseason number 9 team in all of college basketball. Mikal McLean entering his 2nd season with the Kentucky Wildcats program. McLean was a member of Kentucky's inaugural staff in 2024 and helped the Wildcats to a 24-12 overall record, the program's first appearance in the Sweet 16 since 2019. Joining him as a graduate assistant this year for his first season with the Wildcats, the former national team player, Willis Mackey. So in hoops, NBA preseason action, DeAndre Ayton and the Lakers clashing last night with the Phoenix Suns. First time Ayton getting to run with superstar guard Luka Doncic, and the chemistry between the two looked pretty obvious. Ayton finishing the game with 10 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks in 26 minutes of action. Fortunately, the Lake Show, they would fall to the Suns 113-104. So in the association, Buddy Hield pouring in 8 points in 22 minutes as his Golden State Warriors would take down the Portland Trail Blazers 118-111. Finally, in baseball news, the Texas Rangers announcing that top prospect Sebastian Walcott has been shut down from his time in the Arizona Fall League with forearm fatigue. He'll sit for roughly a week before being reevaluated. Walcott, one of the sport's top young talents, hit .255 with 19 doubles and 13 home runs in a season spent entirely at AA with Frisco, where he was one of the youngest players in the Texas League. Now, it's not clear if Walcott will return to AFL action, which ends in early November. But given his status within the organization, it's certainly possible he won't appear again until spring training in February, where he's certain to be a non-roster invitee. And that's Look at Your Sports this Wednesday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
Get this straight to our new sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, ASAP.
New sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, quick.
New sales and marketing office in Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor, on my way.
Sales and Marketing Office, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor.
You could have caught a ride with me. We're only a block away from ZNS.
ZNS Sales and Marketing has moved to the 5th floor, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West. For more information, call 502-3800.
You're probably wondering what I'm doing here sitting in our amazing studio. Well, I'm preparing for my new show coming this fall. In Depth with Mukesh Lapinder is a Sunday magazine style show with timely investigations and deep explorations into the country's ills and triumphs. So join me on Sundays at 10 a.m. this fall for long-form and engaging conversations. And remember, only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
It is time now to take a look at the weather forecast. This Wednesday night, let's say good evening to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean.
Good evening, Carvel. In the tropics, Lorenzo has dissipated, hence this will be the last. We will talk about Lorenzo, but we'll continue to monitor this area stretching from the central Atlantic all the way across the Caribbean Sea over the next several days. As a matter of fact, over the weekend, the Hurricane Center is giving it a 20% chance that something will happen in this area. So we'll watch it very closely for you. And as we take a look at our temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, Marshall Babico at 79 degrees, 77 in Green, Tulkey, and in Freeport, Grand Bahama. The Berry Islands a bit warmer at 81 degrees, just changed there. 84 degrees in Alistown, Bimini, 80 in Hopper Island. Roxanne, Eleuthera, 78, Alistown, Kid Island, 79, 78 degrees in Black Point, Exuma, and Kemp Space at Andros. Fresh Creek in Central Andros at 76 degrees. Georgetown, Exuma, Rumkey, and San Salvador at 79 degrees. 82 in Crooked Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Ragged Island. Ackland's 80 degrees. Betsy Bay, 80. Turks and Caicos Islands, 86 degrees. And Matthew Town, Inagua at 82 degrees. And our satellite picture showing that from boundary now to the south of the Bahamas, still generating a little bit of clouds around the Inagua area, but throughout the remainder of the country, we'll see some clearing skies. Forecast tonight, partly cloudy, still a bit on the warm side with a couple of late showers developing, and they will be brief in nature. 77 degrees for the low temperature. And tomorrow, we're looking at clouds giving way to lots of sunshine as the high temperature will get up to 86 degrees tomorrow. And your extended weather forecast for the next 7 days. Beautiful weather right through the weekend. It seems as though we wouldn't see any precipitation in our forecast before the early part of next week, but Tuesday also heading into the middle part. But look at those temperatures. Those daytime temperatures going to be very comfortable. We're looking at some mid-80s during the daytime and some mid to upper 60s during the nighttime. Carvel.
Basil, amid the thunder at Parliament today, there was a yellow ribbon meant to make a whole lot of noise. That was to raise awareness about breastfeeding. And so that is where we leave you tonight. I'm Corvell Pyfrom, and for all of us, take care, be well, and remember, we'll be looking to see you again right back here tomorrow evening. Good night.
At the Sidney Poitier Bridge, I'm Kaylin Green. This is ZNS.